Let's go. So, guys,
Yes.
Martin, how do you say your last name?
Vasilev.
Vasilev.
Sometimes I'll use Vas, Martin Vas. I've used that for like my producing name when I used to produce music, but whatever floats your
Where is
boat.
it from? Like, where are you
Bulgaria.
originally
So I'm
from?
from Bulgaria. I was
Bulgaria.
born in Bulgaria, and my family moved here when I was 7.
That's awesome.
So we grew up. We actually moved quite a bit. Actually, we were in Montreal for a couple of years, and then we transited to Ottawa. So we lived in Ottawa, the downtown area, for like 4 or 5 years, and then we moved to the west side, and then we moved again. So it's all about moving. I had many different friends in different locations, right? And sometimes it was hard to keep up with, school because you're going into a new school with new friends. Like you don't know anyone in the school. It was a crazy upbringing for sure.
Awesome. So, guys, you don't know Martin. I know a little bit about him. So, I'm going to start by introducing
Sure.
you to the audience.
Okay.
And then I have some pretty damn good questions for
Yeah,
you,
go
man.
ahead, man.
Are you going to sweat? I'm glad you're not wearing a jacket because I'm going to make you
This
sweat
guy,
today.
where's the fan? I was like,
No fan, no fan. You need to sweat today. You're with
Go ahead,
Majid,
man.
and I'm gonna introduce Majid to the audience too. I don't think I need to because this guy's famous as hell. So Martin, I met him at a networking event. We connected on LinkedIn, and he told me a little bit about himself, and it was really interesting. And I'm like, I'm interviewing you, man. I don't know how much it's gonna cost me. Didn't cost me much, but like, yeah, he's here right now. This guy, you know, the fake views how you can buy on your videos. This guy used to do this shit, and still.
Still do it, yeah.
Also, he's a music producer. He was a DJ, you know, when he was single and happy. I'm joking. And now he actually made it at some point. He was a millionaire. I don't know if he still is. We're going to find out. And our co host here is Majid, expert speaker, best friend. I love so many things about him. He's like most generous and professional guy in talking. Like my English is so bad. This guy is like A plus. He can actually change the whole subject by just changing one word. I'm really trying to learn from him without buying the course because it's expensive. But that's why he's on the podcast, maybe. And he will be helping me today interviewing Martin. Majid always has amazing questions and he will help us learn so much from Martin today. All right, so let's get started. I will let Martin now introduce yourself.
I've founded multiple online businesses. Started in 2012 with 500views.com. It was a website where you can go and buy views, right? That was the primary aspect of 500 views. You can go there and buy fake views for your video, right? To increase the views, to make it seem like you have more views, you know, to increase the chances of getting your video noticed.
Can you name the businesses and then we'll get to each business?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Deep. So what
Sure.
was the first business you started
So it
and
was
what's your
five-
portfolio, resume?
So yes, my businesses. 500 views was the first one, and then I went to OttawaSEO.net. Okay, so I had that one for multiple years. It was a web design and SEO business, and recently I acquired OttawaSEO.com. So I have that one. TorontoSEO.com. I'm also working on a couple of new online ventures with HomeBuildersOttawa.com. That's the one I own. I also own SEO Audit website called SEOanalyzer.ca. I mean, the list can go on. There's a lot of domains that I own, and I feel like they're just projects because the type of person I am, I like different projects. I like being busy, right? So I like
The music
always being-
production, was it a hobby thing or you were making
the
money?
music production was good for a couple of years. I was making money. I have around 200 produced tracks on BeatStars.
Wow, I heard you were a rapper.
Yeah, I was a rapper before too. I
Can
was
you
in a
rap
rap
for us
group.
now?
Not now. My freestyles are not free though. I can't do that. But I was in a rap group. It was fun. You know, it was right after high school. I was in a rap group with friends. We did a couple of shows, and then from there I started DJing. Changed it up to DJing because, you know, we all split up. We all had different lives. DJed in the Ottawa scene for about a year or two. So I was DJing house music. So I was doing events for like Lobby. I don't know, back then it was Lobby. It's probably a different name now. Some events in Hull. I was also DJing at weddings too. That was
How did you move from DJing music to business and owning a business?
I mean, I had to because it was kind of that industry it's maintained by really like top dogs, and you need a big team to actually have like an event management company. That's kind of what it is at the end of the day. You needed to make more money. You can't really make that much money being a DJ. I mean, you could. You would need to travel a lot, go to Europe. At that point, I was kind of low on cash too because the DJ stuff doesn't pay you that much.
I would like to correct you there because I know some DJs they make really good money, but they don't think like artists. They don't think like a DJ. They think like a business owner, and they're actually operating a business. You know, you can hire DJs and you can make money. That's why I'm correcting you for the audience. If you're a DJ, you can actually make money. Just this guy gave up because he wanted to start another business.
No, really, I didn't give up. I think it was just a different venue. I could still DJ for you if you want, right?
I know you can. You're a good DJ.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying, you can make really good money if you know DJ and you're a DJ.
Not in Ottawa though, for sure. You have to be in Toronto, you have to be in Europe, you have to be in the States, and you have to have a big following, right? So we need your skills for digital marketing and social marketing like that. Get the artist well known. It's not all about DJing nowadays. Back in the day, it was about DJing because they didn't have social media when I was around. They had very little, maybe just Facebook.
When did you make your first million?
Very early on. I would say 2014. 2013, 2014. It took me about a year or two with 500 views. I was getting lots of orders with 500 views, right?
Did it go like this? Did it go like this?
Yeah, it went like this. It went like this, and then I went like this.
Okay.
And
so you went
slowly,
like this.
Yeah.
What did you buy?
Bought a house, bought a car, bought a BMW 2013.
Okay. Brand new, I guess.
It was brand new.
It was 2013. So you made your first million in 2013.
Yeah.
Did you buy something? Like, did you spend money on something stupid?
I traveled a lot. I bought another property in Bulgaria. So I have two properties. One in Bulgaria that I would go and visit in the summer. Yeah, it was.
Were you single when you were in 2013?
I was in the stages.
In the stages.
I was
getting prepped.
Yeah, I was seeing
Okay.
a girl. And then after that, you know, I got a girlfriend 2014. And then we started doing things together, which is kind of fun because it's different when you have a lot of money and like more money than your friends, right? Because all my friends around me, they were not, they didn't have the exponential growth that I had. So it was kind of hard to like even do stuff with them. You know, I would always pay the bills too. Every time I went for a restaurant, I was always cover stuff. You know, I needed a kind of a companion. It was different. So we traveled Europe. We had a whole excursion of Europe, 2-3 months.
Did you learn something from Europe, or you were just eating and getting drunk there?
No, it was amazing. Okay. I love Europe.
So you spend good money. This is good spending.
It was very good.
What was the bad spending?
The experience. Bad spending is just investing in. I did some investing in stocks.
This is not bad spending. You tried.
Yeah,
bad spending,
I tried.
Let's say you spend some money on like useless things. You weren't like trying to make money from this. Just like not expecting money. Were you at this stage at all?
No, I'm not really like into bad spending.
Okay.
Like I spend my money wisely.
Okay,
you know?
That's good.
But yeah, with crypto too, because listen to this. I got into crypto in 2012, 2013, right around 500 views. I had around 8 Bitcoin that I had bought for around $400 or $500 at that point. The thing is, I couldn't keep them because I needed the money. So I ended up selling them 2 years later.
What did you need the money for?
I just needed capital. I just needed more money to, you know, 500 wasn't doing so well. I was falling off the first page. So I was not on the first page. It's all about first page.
How did you fall off?
Just other competitors. They were probably spending more money. They had more backing to their budget.
So you got lazy after you made $1 million. Started traveling.
So I started falling off the ranks. And, you know, I had clients. I was still getting pretty good income, but nowhere near to like 30, 40,000. I was making around 10,000. You know, slowly started going lower, till it maxed out. I make around 4,000 or 5,000 a month.
You still have this business?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get into the fake views after and the views and if this has any values. Majid has some questions about this.
Go ahead.
But my question now, because we're talking about the fall, did you recover? And if you did, how? And if you didn't, why?
Yeah, the fall was necessary for my improvement because I was getting too comfortable for where I was at. I wasn't really paying attention because everything was automated. So back in the day, at 500 views was different. When I would get an order, I would have to look at the email. I would enter it into a different panel, right? Because I was the middle guy. 500 views worked. I had the actual wholesale supplier for views and likes and all this stuff, and I was getting a good price. One thing he didn't do was SEO. So with my SEO game, I was able to rank 500 views on top, you know, for the keywords buy YouTube views. So I was getting the clients. So yeah, when I fell off, it was necessary. It kind of like told me, okay, you know, you got to change your game up a little bit, which is good.
So you recovered?
It made me motivated. Yes, I recovered.
And have you fell after, or you recovered and you've been maintaining?
Maintaining and growing.
What helped you to maintain? Is it getting married? Is it family? Or it's just you learned from your mistakes?
I think it's having kids. Having kids was really big.
You have 2 kids, correct?
Before,
how old?
2, 3.
That's awesome. You're still with your wife?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so it's been very difficult because just balancing work and the kids. But as difficult as it is, it's enjoyable. And
do you like change diapers and stuff? Or are you this kind of dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very involved with both girls.
You can still make money.
Very involved, yes.
Yeah.
I work till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock every night, wake up at 6, 7. I
Okay.
don't sleep. I used to sleep a lot too. Before, when I was getting comfortable, I would sleep 11 hours, 12 hours, work out. My day was very, very stress-free. No stress at all, which I found very, very enjoyable, but it's not something you can live with for the rest of your life, stress-free. You need some kind of challenge in your life. You need some motivation. You need some stress, right? You can't just live stress-free. You need stress to motivate
So
you.
your kids bring stress to your life?
No, they bring, they have their drama. They're just kids, right? They're little babies, right? So they don't really, they're
Sure.
just emotionally
Just being a dad.
unstable.
It's just
But
being
being
the
a dad,
idea.
yeah, being a dad and a husband,
You stay
right?
at home?
Yeah,
Okay. So who
at home.
helps? Who helps at home more? You or your wife?
The wife, the wife,
She
she
works?
works too. She works for the government, so she's a 9 to 5.
Okay. From home
And
or from the office?
from home, yeah. She goes to the office maybe
Okay.
once, but a majority of the time, I think I take care of them more.
Are you also working from home?
Yeah, I work from home anywhere. I have an office at home. I usually meet clients at their office or go to a coffee shop, or I could work anywhere. So my plan is to eventually build a big client base with SEO. My SEO game is on point. And the problem was I was missing out in Ottawa. It totally blacked my mind. I had my SEO knowledge of all these years, mostly 10 years of SEO knowledge, and I just wasn't focusing on Ottawa, and it was such a big market. And there was not that much competition, and there still isn't. Maybe there's 4 or 5 big SEO companies, but they're the multimillionaires that have lots of employees and things like that. I only have a couple of employees that run this, and
Have
I do
employees
most
or
of it.
contractors?
Employees.
You mentioned SEO.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of audience, they don't know what's SEO. We know.
Yeah.
Can you explain SEO?
Simple.
Focusing on SEO and like in a simple way,
Yeah.
but tell them what's good, what's bad, how it's done.
Sure.
Lecture us about SEO. You have 10 minutes.
Yeah, so SEO is search
2
engine
minutes, please.
optimization. The main concept is getting your website to rank higher for the keywords that people search, right? So for example, digital marketing Ottawa, right? If you search that, who's on top? Well, you see all these websites that are on top, they must have done something good because they're on top, right? So that's SEO. So their SEO is game is good. So they have good on-site SEO, off-site SEO, which involves backlinks to your website. So you got to find other websites to link back to your website. On-site SEO, you have to make sure you have all the right plugins installed on your website to rank higher in Google. And local SEO is my business listing. So you have to have good reviews.
How do you increase someone's SEO or a business SEO?
All 3. So we do local SEO, we do off-site SEO link building, and we do on-site SEO as well.
How
So
do you do the
those
first
3.
one? Give
The
me
local
technical,
SEO?
technically.
So you'll provide us the access to your Google My Business listing. We go in there and we make sure that the title has the keywords you want to rank for. So for example, Revelations Digital Marketing. That's the one that you have, right? Revelation?
One of bunch, yeah.
Okay. So for Google My Business listing, for example, it would be Revelations Digital Marketing, Ottawa. You want to try to focus on that, where your business is located, Ottawa, so you can get that traffic. Because people would search Ottawa digital marketing, right? Because they want local people to do business with. So we would do that. We would just do some keyword research on what kind of keywords we would implement in your status updates, right? So Google My Business listing has status updates. You can actually update your status, which is very good, because Google likes to see updated things. They don't want to see a listing that hasn't been updated and there hasn't been any pictures posted. You're not going to rank really well on that. They want your photos to be posted. They want updated photos. If you have any packages, if you have any services, you want to put them on your business listing as well. If you have any discounts, any promos, you can also add that as well. Videos, you can do videos now. And directory listings. So we would find there's a lot of directory listings all across Canada where we would, create a directory listing for your company. It will include a backlink. Google likes directory
What's a
listings. A backlink is any keyword linking back to your website. For example, if I have an article on your website, right, and I have Ottawa SEO as one of the keywords, I would highlight it and link it back to my website. And that's called a backlink. That gives my website a little bit more authority because you're linking to my website. That's backlinks for you. Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of companies are you working with right now?
Different companies. I have a roofing company, a siding company, online marijuana dispensary company. I have a psychotherapy client that's actually two psychotherapists in Ottawa, a towing company, towing and trucking company. I have about 10 or 11 clients.
I'm going to ask you another question. Let's see here. So, how does your client measure the result that you provide for them? Is it just page rank, or are you looking at other metrics like click-throughs and tracking sales, anything like that?
Yeah, there's other metrics. We usually focus on the Search Console metrics from Google. We'll go into the Search Console, take a screenshot of where they're at when they begin, and 2-3 months later, we'll take another screenshot and send it to them and show them the progress that we did from all the link building, all the on-site SEO, and they do generally get more leads as well. I mean, that's the whole aspect. I find SEO is more of an investment rather than a money spent. Google Ads is more of a money spent. You want fast results fast. That's why you would get Google Ads.
Yeah.
With SEO, it's different. It's more an investment. You're investing money into your company for long-term organic results. So at the end of the day, you want long-term results rather than fast when it comes to online businesses, because it's always fluctuating and you don't know what the competitor has going on with their SEO. You don't know what kind of link building they're doing. But it involves a lot of research, right?
We're in
Involves
the
a lot of
middle. He's
research.
making me a quote. I'm in the middle. I might hire him. So he's giving me a quote for one of my
Yeah,
businesses.
too. You need some SEO help for sure for
I
the
know.
on-site.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the story of the hardest moment in your business and how you overcame it?
I love this
Yeah.
question.
Definitely. Hardest moment was when I was falling off the ranks for 500 views.
Did you cry?
You look like you're about to cry.
Yeah, I know. It
Did you
was
cry?
hard. No, I didn't cry. I
Okay,
was
good.
upset.
I was going to call you a bitch.
I was upset, just because it was kind of my baby too.
Yeah, man. I know.
It was a lot of time and effort spent into it, and
Did
it
you
was
blame
just,
yourself? Blame the market?
Yeah, nah.
Can you bring me back to the exact moment? Where were you exactly? And were you sitting or
Yeah.
standing?
I think I was in New York City.
Sitting or standing?
I was in a hotel somewhere with a girl.
What happened?
And then I saw I wasn't on first page. I'm like, oh shit. And I went through the forums
Then
and I
it fell
saw,
down.
fuck. I'm like, fuck. But it wasn't big decline. Like, it wasn't, 40 to 0. It was just a slow gradual. It went from like 40 to 20 to 10, 9 to 8. So it was not bad. At least I was still getting in.
It wasn't a huge shock. It's not you woke up and you lost everything.
But then
It
there's
wasn't-
still hurdles, right? So another hurdle was the payment systems. So PayPal banned the account. That account that I had was like 10 years old. They just banned it. Never gave it back. Thank God I didn't have any money in there, because I would have never got that money back.
Oh shit.
Never. They banned me just because they wanted to ban me. It might have been from the New York Times article.
Cash is king, huh?
It
Cash
might have
is,
been.
no one can take it from you.
Yeah, so that was kind of low point too, because without a merchant system, I'm not taking crypto because it's a little complicated. With crypto, you have to wait for the confirmation. It doesn't work, and people don't have time to wait. In this business, they want it fast. They want to pay for it. I want my views right away.
So how'd you build your confidence back up?
I had to change the website. I had to make it more convenient for the customer, for the client. So we went through a whole revamp on the site. Everything is now done through a dash panel. So you have your own dashboard where you can go in, check the orders that you have, check the payments you've made. You can make the payments on the website as well.
But what was the conversation that you had with yourself when you fell down and you're like, I need to get back up now? Did you see yourself? Did you speak to yourself? Did you hire a mentor? What did you actually do? Did you just get back to work?
Continue working. I'm a workaholic. I don't think I
So
would
you
ever
believe in the
leave.
work hard?
Yes, for
How
sure.
many-
100%.
Did you count hours?
100%. Probably over 10,000 for sure.
Okay.
I work hard. I don't take
Good job.
vacations.
What do you
Very,
tell?
very, very
What do you
light.
tell to losers out there who says, "I work 40 hours a week. I'm a hard worker."
I mean, if that's what they want to do, go ahead. But
Don't complain that you don't have
don't
money.
exactly. Don't complain. You don't have money or you don't like the life that you live. If you want to do what you want to do and get more money, you gotta have balls.
That's the only reason why I call someone a loser, because they're not working hard enough to make money. They're still complaining that they don't have the money.
Mm.
If you're working 20 hours a week and you're happy with your life and you're not complaining and you're being grateful, I want to be like you. But if you're working 45 hours a week or 40 hours a week and being an average person with the amount of work that you're putting, because he always busts my balls. Don't call people losers. Don't be not nice. Be a nice person. Well, listen, I'm looking in your eyes right now. If you're not working enough and you're complaining that you don't have enough, you're a fucking loser. Sue me.
I don't really find people like that.
Don't sue me.
I wouldn't
Don't
talk
sue
to
me.
Don't sue him. Is a people pleaser.
Yeah.
Maybe these people just want attention as well, you know? I mean, that's their own fault.
You hear people complaining all the time. I don't have money. They complain about their life. I can't afford anything. And they're not even
But
trying.
you know what it is? It's we live in a government city too. All these government employees are capped.
Don't get me there.
They're capped. They can't make
Yeah, well,
millions.
yeah, because our government is producing losers. When you support losers, I'll tell you a story.
Mm.
I went to the city of Ottawa and I wanted to order a plate for my car. And the plate, it's going to say FK losers. So fuck losers. So the lady said, she smiled and she said, this might get rejected. I'm like, why?
Mm.
I thought it's the word fuck. Turn out it might get rejected for the word losers.
Oh,
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Hmm.
So the word fuck is not offensive, but the word loser is offensive. He's like, yes. I'm like, okay. I call you a loser now. Would you get offended? She's like, no. I'm like, because you're not a loser. So they were rejected because it has the word loser because they know a loser will be offended and stop being a fucking loser. So they want to keep more losers.
That'd be a good name for a podcast too.
Right?
Fuck loser.
I wanted to name this.
That'd
The reason of this podcast is to teach people from your experience,
be- yeah.
and we only interview millionaires.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to follow one who's a brokey and just take their advice and become a brokey. You're a legit business owner. You
Yeah.
have employees. You made money. You lost money. You remade money. You're a father.
Always.
So
Yeah.
actually, thank you for being here,
Yeah.
and thank you for teaching us what you know. I think Majid is trying to ask a question.
Yes,
yeah, I have a question.
Yeah, go
It
ahead.
has to do with Bulgaria.
Uh-huh.
It has to do with Lebanon. And it has to do with growing up tough. And I got 2 kids right now, 7-year-old boy, 9-year-old girl. And I'm worried they are so soft. My 7-year-old boy came home from school the other day in the middle of the day because it was too hot. Like, it was hot outside, you know? And I have this fantasy of taking my children to Bulgaria. I've never been to Bulgaria, but I imagine if I let them loose in Bulgaria, they're gonna get their ass kicked. And if I take them to Lebanon and I let them play with the
Val
kids,
is laughing over there.
they're gonna get their ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they need that
Mhm.
because I'm so worried that they're gonna have so much pads on them that as soon as they get some negative comment on social media, they're gonna cry. As soon as they have someone criticize them, they're
Calling
gonna
them a
cry.
loser.
And I've been in Canada since 2008. I feel very soft. And I grew up in California, and yeah, I'm very soft. I haven't had this experience. I never got in a fight as a kid, ever,
As a man,
even as a man.
you never punched anyone.
No,
Oh no.
no, I go karate chop right to the neck, put him to sleep.
Have you ever punched someone?
Yeah, a lot. I used to train jiu-jitsu.
Like a real man over
I
there.
don't care.
You've never punched anyone.
One time there was a kid called David Dugash in 4th grade.
As a man, you punch a kid.
No, 4th grade. Punched my brother a
Ooh.
couple times. I have an older brother.
This doesn't
but
count.
from
Did
a
you
kid.
get any
Doesn't
like
count.
flashbacks from that? Maybe that was a big point where you injured someone.
I was
and
proud
then
of
I'm like,
myself for
oh.
standing up. There was a bunch of mean kids at the school, and I stood up for myself.
He probably cried after he punched
What about
the
your
kid, I
parents?
swear.
What did your parents say?
They never knew. I didn't get in trouble.
Oh, you
But I've
didn't
never
get in
had a
trouble.
black eye.
It wasn't that bad. The
Mm.
punch.
I've never had my ass kicked like beat.
Because you run away when there's a problem.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, you proud of yourself?
Yeah. Well, you guys have probably gotten in a lot of fights.
Well, I
And
almost
this guy's
recently
looking
got
for
into
fights.
one,
This
yeah.
guy wants to fight. Everywhere he leaves the house, he wants to fight
Listen
someone.
to this. There was a new guy in my neighborhood, right? So I live in like a townhouse neighborhood. Some new guy. He's a kid. Wannabe thug, right? He wants to like
When was that?
last year.
Okay.
So he moved in. He has a sister. They're old. They're like 20, whatever. But they're little party rugrats, right? So they're causing lots of noise. The other neighbors are complaining. And this is, mind you, the first month. I'm getting pissed off too. I'm staring at the window, looking what he's doing. He's drug dealing.
Mm.
He's dealing drugs. I don't like that shit. One time we were outside, and then my wife made a comment or something, and we got into it. We got into argument. He's trying to be a thug, you know. He thinks I won't stand up. So I stood up to him. He had like 3 guys in the car. You know, I went to talk to him. He's like, well, you know who I am, what I'm going to do to you. I'm like, go ahead, do whatever you want. You want to duke it out, let's do it. Didn't do anything, you know. But right in his face, right in his eyes, to look at him, to see what intensity or what kind of bullshit he has. He had nothing.
Jeez, look how he's talking with passion.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So
had
did you
nothing.
punch him?
No, I didn't punch him. I was
Last
waiting for
time you
his
punched
thing.
someone, and what happened?
Well, I'm probably at a club, man. All the booze gets
A long
in
time
you.
ago?
Yeah, lots of fights, but confrontational one-on-ones. Those are like high school days. Nothing like in my adult
Really?
life. Yeah,
It's
high
not like
school
a
days
road
were fun.
range.
I take it out on jiu-jitsu, so I'll train jiu-jitsu for a bit, and it's fun. You ever train?
I actually want to get into it. It's one
It's
of my
amazing.
goals. He knows.
It's the best thing
I
ever.
train kickboxing.
You're almost gonna die. You know that?
I love it.
You're almost gonna die, and it's a mutual agreement between you and whoever is your opponent that he's not gonna kill you or snap your neck or choke you or.
So back to his question.
Mm.
Growing up,
Sorry.
Sounds-
I got a little dark.
growing up, yeah, he's sick. This dude is sick. Don't fight with him. Shoot him. So back to his question, he said, like, so the 7 years that you grew up, you were
Yeah.
raised in Bulgaria,
yeah.
or like being raised by Bulgarian parents. This affected on you on being a hard worker and tough person.
Yeah. My parents are divorced, but they divorced when I was 18, 19, so it's really around the age where I was becoming to understand who I am, 18, 19. So it was kind of, okay. It would have had a different effect on me if they separated earlier, but I think it was my dad was strict. He was a military guy too, because he went to the military. In Bulgaria, they have it where if you're 18 and you have to go to the military. I think it's like that in Iran,
We had this in Lebanon.
in Lebanon too.
They don't have it anymore.
Well, I didn't go because I had dual citizenship, so it cancels out when you have dual citizenship. So, but they were looking for me. Turned 18, the military police was at my grandma's house looking for me. Hey,
But you were
where's
in Canada.
Martin? Yeah, I was in Canada.
Okay.
Where's Martin? Why doesn't he go to the?
I think you would have loved to.
Yeah, I would have loved it probably.
Yeah.
But I think
So what made you tough? Having a tough father?
Just
Short
re-
answer.
being around tough people.
Being around tough people.
A lot of tough friends. Yeah, I kind of like that environment too. Now that I think of it.
Well, for me, I lived in Lebanon most of my life. I've been in Canada for 4 years and a half. I went to school there, high school, university. I worked after university. I remember till now my dad driving me to school, and I hear the shooting. There's two areas that they're fighting, and they're shooting bazookas, and my dad is like holding my head under under the seat in the car just so he can get me to the school safe. It's not like too hot, so stay at home. And then I still remember my dad is late to come back home because he's coming back from work that he decided to go there. He owns his business during the war to provide to his family. Didn't stay at home and ask for help from the government because there's a war and he can't work.
Yeah.
So watching this, I think it was enough.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing can stop me now. Like put a gun on my fucking head and it's not gonna stop me because I've been in tough periods. And yes, if you wanna help your kid, like he said, they need to be around tough people. And the sooner the better. Because they get the hit now, it's easier to recover. After it's gonna be like very hard if you get hit. If you've had it easy until like you're 20, 25, then you get a hit. I think lots of people they don't recover from these hits. But if you get hit when you're a kid, it's easy to recover because you're still growing up, you're still building, you're still growing, right?
You
I
get
think-
hit, like punched? Or...
No. You get hit like ego hit, fail. Like here they reward you if you fail. No, in school
Listen,
they don't reward
system-
kids if you
the
fail.
school system is so much different than when I went to school. It's because I went to school in Canada, so I know I went from elementary to high school, and it's just so different.
Did
The
they used to
intern-
reward you because you're the 10th at the class?
Oh, my last name was V. I would always get called out, last always, for presentations, for everything, so it made everything more nervous.
How's school different now?
Oh, big time. Too much media. Too much. We didn't have Instagram. We didn't have any social media. And it's just completely taken over their minds. These kids are just complete zombies. And it's not healthy at all. There needs to be some kind of like regulation.
Multiple choice questions for you, Majid. Majid, do you have questions about business? I know you have many, but like you have something that follows. I know you have many, but like you have something that follows.
What's the best advice you give to an entrepreneur to make money?
Just work hard and make sure you like what you do. Because if you don't like what you do and you're working for the money, it's not going to work.
Good.
You just have to make sure you work hard.
I have
hard.
one of those questions here.
Work hard.
Okay, multiple choice questions. You answer with one of the options and only with one of the options.
Mhm.
All right. So, what makes you rich? Money, knowledge, or happiness? Quick. Don't think. If you're thinking, you're lying.
Well, because there's three options. so
Yeah,
they're all-
money,
they're all-
knowledge. You've been rich before, so
they're
you know
all-
what makes you rich: money, knowledge, or happiness.
all of them. They're all relevant to becoming.
So if you have lots of knowledge, you don't have money, you don't have happiness. Can you be rich? If you have one of those, which one will make you feel the richest? Money, knowledge, or happiness?
at the end of the day, money.
Money.
Hey.
Love it. That's so true.
It's the end of the day.
Why
it's
did you?
money.
Because you can be really happy and you know you don't have money in the bank, so you're fucking poor. All right. Why did you start your business? Lack of jobs, to prove something, or following a dream?
To prove to myself that I could do it, the challenge,
Prove to yourself, someone else.
myself.
Okay.
For sure.
Money to me is protection, weapon, bridge.
They're all good answers.
Give me the best.
Protection, for sure. Protection.
Why? You're fearing what?
I mean, if you have money, your fears don't like you eliminate a lot of fears.
Okay. Have you had this fear when before you were a dad, or now you have more fears because you wanna provide, protect, and shit?
Really fearless. I don't really have that many fears.
But you said the money to you is protection, so you have fear.
Yeah, protection over like society. Society makes it so you have to have money.
We need to get back to this one. I'm successful because I was patient, I was impatient, in between.
Patient, big patient. I'm
Mm.
very patient.
If I could go back, I would invest my money in
Bitcoin.
real estate, myself, crypto, and stocks.
Real estate, Bitcoin, crypto. If I had the knowledge that I have now, because I got into it early, 2012.
Do you give back?
Yeah, for sure. To people that need it,
Are you a strict boss, flexible, strict, or asshole level?
flexible. I like being flexible.
Okay. Political party, conservative, liberal, what is it?
Doesn't matter to me.
You
Not
can
into
pass
poli-
on this question. I don't
Yeah.
even like it.
Not into politics.
You don't belong to anyone.
Not into politics. That's not into it.
Does your business affect your life? Yes, it's my whole life. No, I have a balance.
Balance. I have to have a balance with kids and a wife.
Work hard or work smart?
Work smart.
Would you rather deal with a client or with an employee?
Client.
Client.
Yeah.
Okay.